In our lives, we all want something that may satisfy our desires. This cannot be denied by any reasonable person, male or female, regardless of our current plight. To accomplish our goals, we need to be ready to change and adapt to what we encounter, because failing in this demanding mission will make our life miserable. However, the ability to change and adapt is what a host of people lack nowadays. Who Moved My Cheese is a book that deals with this challenging issue and its effects by telling us an interesting story. The story concerns two mice, Sniff and Scurry, and two little people, Ho and Hem, who are as small as the mice. The mice have simple brains and good instincts, whereas the little people have more sophisticated brains with complicated emotions and beliefs. These four characters were in a maze that has a lot of corridors and alleys, some of which led to blocked walls. All they longed for is having fresh cheese to be nourished. Every day, they woke up early in search of the cheese. After facing so many impediments, they finally found the cheese in Station C. Although they accomplished their goals, the mice maintained what they were doing by waking up early as usual, wearing jogging suits and running shoes, and like the little people who felt lazy because they thought they were safe. They believed that the cheese would always be there. Thus, they moved their house near the station. One day, the four characters found that the cheese had disappeared. The mice accepted their fate and did not waste time in complaining, but rather they kept looking for it in other stations. In contrast, Ho and Hem felt astounded and rejected the fact that the cheese had vanished. They began to complain about the situation because that was unfair. Also, they kept checking the station repeatedly with the hope of finding that fresh cheese. They wasted days blaming luck and the person responsible. They even bored a hole in the wall each time in Station C to see if the cheese was hidden nearby. The hole got bigger and the cheese never showed up. In the meantime, the mice, after making so many endeavors, found another station where there was a huge amount of special cheese that they had never tasted before. Later on, Ho asked a variety of questions and challenged himself continuously until he overcame his fears and decided to look for the cheese again. And this made him happier. Eventually, his humble attempts led him to the same special cheese. The maze, of course, in this story represents our world, and the cheese is what we desire to have. To achieve this goal, there are many obstacles to face and many risks to take. So we must stay alert and be ready to adapt at any time. Even if we get what we want, this does not mean that we should stop and stay in the comfort zone. The problem of Ho and Hem is that when they found the cheese for the first time, they did not pay attention that the amount was decreasing gradually. They believed that nothing would happen since they already had what they looked for. This is what shocked them the most when they found out the horrible truth. They never expected that. Reading this book is beneficial for a variety of reasons. It can help you realize the significance of change and why people fail. In case you read the book, you would probably have your own understanding due to our different circumstances. We all get stuck sometimes, and our decision can either make progress or keep us in the corner blaming something or someone instead of facing our fears and moving on. I advise you to read the book to have your own adventure, because what I talked about is just a part of it. Thank you for watching and see you in another video.